Buyers are scrolling fast. They make split-second decisions on their phones, swiping past dozens of listings until one striking image forces them to stop. Most sellers spend hours preparing their physical front door, assuming curb appeal is the first impression. But the actual first showing happens on a screen, long before anyone steps onto the property. To get buyers to actually show up in person, you need to align your physical home prep with how they interact with media online. We use the Media Success Checklist to do exactly that. If your photos, videos, and floor plans fail to give a practical preview of the space, the physical open house will struggle to draw traffic. Step 1 is purposeful staging. How you decorate for daily living is very different from how you arrange a space for a camera lens. A camera flattens a room, so you have to create depth. You do this by stripping away personal clutter, layering soft textures, and making sure the space is filled with inviting, warm lighting. You can verify this using the smartphone test. Hold your phone at chest height, look through the screen, and walk the room to hunt for visual distractions. Now that the room is staged, step 2 is framing it for photography. Open all your window treatments completely to maximize the natural light. Next, create uninterrupted floor space. Remove small throw rucks because they break up the wide angles a photographer needs to capture the true dimensions of the room. The goal here is photographic honesty. Highlighting a home's character works well, but overselling a space leads to disappointment when the buyer eventually visits. By removing visual friction and prioritizing honest light, you allow buyers to focus on the home's features instead of clutter. That clarity is exactly what drives online listing sites. Step 3 is scripting short video. While photos capture static angles, video captures the connection between different spaces. To prepare for this, locate the emotional anchor in your primary rooms, a single appealing focal point like a fireplace or a custom island that the video should highlight. Physically walk through the room and clear a completely unobstructed path straight toward that anchor. A smooth 20-second clip, like this glide over a kitchen island as the morning sunlight hits the countertop, gives a digital viewer a better sense of the home's layout. Strategic camera movement shows exactly how rooms connect, answering questions about the layout that a photo gallery cannot address on its own. Step 4 is clearing the path. Once the visual media is prepped, we shift strictly to practical spatial data capture. There is a rigid rule for spatial mapping. Every interior door, including closets, must be left wide open. This animated diagram maps out a floor plan, drawing its walls and doors in a continuous line. Physical obstructions against baseboards break this path, which 360-degree virtual tour scanners need to build an accurate map. We saw the value in our Plymouth listing, where the tour held buyer attention for an average of 4 minutes. Clean, accurate floor plans build baseline confidence. They pre-answer specific questions about dimensions that analytical buyers use to determine if the home fits their needs. Increasing this digital dwell time through accurate data is a direct way to ensure the buyers who show up are genuinely interested in the property. Step 5 is the checklist verification. Let's do a quick review of the completed prep. Confirm staging and lighting. Personal clutter is removed, textures are balanced, and natural light is maximized. Confirm flow and spatial prep. Paths to emotional anchors are clear, and all interior doors are locked open for the scanners. Checking off these specific boxes ensures the property is functionally ready to be captured as a high-quality media asset. This preparation is what we saw in the Plymouth listing, a packed open house where buyers walked in already familiar with the layout. In that case, the increased digital traffic led directly to multiple offers by the end of the weekend. These buyers arrived with fewer basic questions. Because they had already studied the media, they could spend their time in the house focused on how the space actually felt for their family. Now that your canvas is prepared, the vital next step is hiring a dependable, creative media professional to execute the capture. You can download the Media Success Checklist from the description below to begin your specific preparation. Fine-tuning your digital presentation is the most effective way to ensure that when you finally open your front door, there is a crowd waiting to walk through it.